So the problem I have is when you have all of these supposed pro-Israel organizations that are supposed to be, giving Israel PR and educate Jews and non-Jews alike about Israel, all they talk about, the only thing they talk about is 1948. They talk about Herzl. Okay, they talk about the founder of the movement of Zionism, and then they skip Herzl, who was in the late 1800s, like 1890 something, and then they skip about 50 years of history. They go right to 48. They show you the video of David Ben-Gurion declaring the state. They show you, Jabotinsky. They show you Weizmann and everything, and then they start showing you 1967, how we were attacked, and all these things. It's almost as if there was some kind of like a black hole that the Jewish people or that the people that lived in Israel disappeared into before 1948. Nothing happened before that, and we suddenly, poof! The Holocaust happened, wait 3 years, 1948, boom, declared a state. Guys, before 1948, for about a 10-year span, you had people such as Menachem Begin, you had people such as Abraham Stern and their cohorts. They came to what was then known as the British Mandate of Palestine. So you had people like Menachem Begin. They came to the land of Israel, and they pretty much did everything within their power to make sure that the British did not want to stay there anymore. All of these all of these nation states that surround Israel, all of these quote-unquote enemies, first of all, they were carved up and created by the British and the French. And then when it came time, when Israel, when all these groups like Menachem Begin's Irgun and Abraham Stern's Lehi, the Stern group, were able to just harass, literally, I would use the word terrorize the British into leaving their land, into leaving the Jewish land. What did the British do? They went to places like Jordan or Transjordan, which is a kingdom that they carved up for a certain tribe, the Hashemite tribe of Arabs, and they started training Jordanian soldiers. They started training Iraqi soldiers. They started training different Egyptian soldiers, and pretty much, essentially, the British, while they left, they ended up training all of the enemies that Israel, once Israel declared a state in 1948, ended up attacking Israel. So guys, I just want to end off with, today is Yom Ha'atzmaut. We've officially, in the eyes of the UN, which, I don't know if you know this, they passed so many resolutions against Israel, we stopped counting at some point. According to the UN, it's been recognized since 1948. But guys, I just want to let you know, do not base, in your minds, do not base the existence of your country on the Holocaust, and do not think that your country was founded in 1948. It was not founded in 1948. All of these different, anti-Israel organizations are going to come to us and say, your country was only founded because the nations felt bad for you at the time. That you guys had 6 million you killed, and even if it wasn't even 6 million, it was a hoax, it was only 1 million. Guys, I don't know if you know this, there was a poll done in the United States, American Jewry. They asked Jews, American Jews, how do you identify as a Jew? What is the one thing that makes you identify, what's your Jewish identity, essentially? I think it was about 38% or 40% of them, which was the highest number. There were different answers given. The highest number of people said the Holocaust. Number 2 was humor. Seinfeld, Larry David, all this kind of stuff. Number 3 was like cuisine, bagels and lox. I think number 20 out of 2% of the people said it was Judaism, it was religion, any kind of spirituality. Guys, so this is, it's a bigger conversation in the nation of Israel and Klal Yisrael and Jewish people that, we're basing our Jewish identity on the Holocaust. We're basing the founding of our country on the Holocaust. Guys, I'm here to tell you, we need to stop it. We just need to stop it. There's a whole rich history of Israel, of the land of Israel, of the state of Israel, what came to be officially the state of Israel before 1948. Starting in modernity, it started in the 1880s. Before that, it was even in the 1700s, 1600s, 1500s, all the way dating back to medieval times. And even before that, dating back to the rabbis of the Talmud, the Amoraim and the Tanaim, the big rabbis of the Talmud, which was like year 700s and 600s, where they all traveled, back and forth from Babylon to Jerusalem. Some of them were in Jerusalem, had academies. Guys, just because when the Romans kicked us out, we still kept Torah academies in Yavne. We still kept, which was about an hour south of Tel Aviv on the coast, next to Ashdod. Guys, no one tells you this. Even these pro-Israel organizations. We founded the state in 1948. Guys, there's an organization, I'm not going to say its name, they made a poster today. Israel, 3,000 years old, 67 years young. Guys, this is to the organization. It's a very catchy slogan, but I have absolutely not the faintest idea of what that means. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, we are 3,000 years old. Period. That's it. There's nothing else to speak about. Jews were always there. We came there before the state was founded. We built up the infrastructure. We built up the schools. We drained the swamps. We built buildings. We put synagogues. We made some kind of a ragtag army. We had a chief rabbi. His name was Rav Kook. A chief. How do you have a chief rabbi of a place that doesn't exist? Well, maybe it did exist. Guys, today is Yom Ha'atzmaut. Yes, it's Independence Day. Let's have true independence. Let's become independent from our boxed-in thinking. We're not 67 years old. We are thousands of years old. That's the end of that. Thanks.